Hey everyone, welcome to our full review for the Sager NP8153-S. First thing that we need to do is cover the specs of the device. Let's start things off with the CPU, which is the Intel i7-6700HQ. The GPU inside of it is the NVIDIA GTX 1070 with 8 GB of GDDR5. Memory inside is 16 GB of DDR4 at 2133 MHz, but it does support up to 64 GB. The storage inside is a 256 GB M.2 SSD, and there is a 1 TB 7200 RPM hard disk drive. There's also the Intel dual band wireless AC 3165 802.11 and Bluetooth 4.0 on an M.2. For power, there's the removable 4-cell polymer battery pack. The device also has a built-in 2-megapixel FHD video camera in a 15.6-inch FHD anti-glare matte type IPS screen at the resolution of 1920 by 1080 with G-Sync. On the left side of the device, there is a mini display port 1.3, 2 USB 3.1 Type-C ports, and 2 USB 3.0 ports. On the right-hand side, there's 3 3.5mm jacks, including a line-in, microphone, and a 2-in-1 audio jack, a SIM card port, 6-in-1 card reader, 1 USB 3.0 port, an RJ45 LAN Ethernet port, and the Kensington lock. And on the back of the device, there is a mini display port 1.3, a HDMI output port, and the AC power adapter plug-in spot. As for the keyboard on the NP8153-S, I like it a lot. The keys and board itself are very solid and have little to no flex, which leaves you feeling with a good typing experience. The backlighting is good too and can be adjusted up and down with brightness settings and custom color settings that come equipped with the laptop. As someone who is a little bit picky when it comes to keys and their feedback, this laptop does a very good job. Well done, Sager. The touchpad on the laptop has a smooth matte finish and has good response while using it. The left and right click buttons are detached buttons below the touchpad, which are actually separated by a fingerprint scanner. And as for the screen, the monitor opens to 130 degrees and has nice viewing angles from a variety of directions. Included in the box with the laptop is the user manual and driver CD and the included power cables to charge the device. As for its battery life, with the screen brightness set to 25%, the expected life while running basic tasks is around 2.5 hours. Move that brightness up to 100% and it will give you an expected battery lifetime of around 2 hours. As for the temperatures while testing the device, as you can see on the front of the device, it does get warm in the keyboard a little bit, but nothing overly hot, but it does heat up a little bit, especially in the middle, and there's a hotter spot up above in the middle. If we move around to the back and side of the device where it exits its exhaust heat, you can see on the left-hand side that a little bit comes out, and then on the back of the device on the right-hand side, more heat is dispersed out through there. When it comes to the decibels of the device, first we tested about where you would sit normally and got about 46. Moving it up closer to the front of the device, we saw a jump up to around 54 decibels. And then finally putting it back near one of the fans, dispersing all that heat, we had a volume level of around 62. As for our first benchmark test, we started things off with Firestrike, which scored 12,757, which is better than 84% of all results, which is a very adequate test for this device and a good score. Moving things on to Cinebench, OpenGL tested at 101 frames a second, which is pretty good. And for the CPU, we saw a score of 677 CB. Moving on to our CrystalDisk scores, we're going to start things off with that solid state M.2, which for the read and write of the sequential speeds, we saw 503.2 for read and 453.6 for the write speed. Very good scores. And then for the hard disk drive inside that is included for the sequential writes and reads, we saw 136.6 for the read and 134 for the write, which are also very good speeds for your traditional hard disk drive. Moving onward to real-world testing, we first started things off with Gears of War 4, testing it on ultra, high, and on medium. We saw numbers of 100, 125, and 130 frames a second, which are all very good scores, especially at 1080p. And as for the temperatures of those, we saw 79 degrees for the GPU and 72 degrees for the CPU. Next, we decided to test Grand Theft Auto 5. We did it first maxed out with no MSAA and averaged 90 FPS. Then we did it with the advanced settings turned on and averaged 64 FPS. Then we turned those advanced settings off and MSAA at ×4 on and averaged 85 FPS. As for the temperatures while testing Grand Theft Auto, we decided to turn the fan speeds up to their max settings manually, which gave us 65 degrees for both the GPU and the CPU. Next, we decided to run Rise of the Tomb Raider on a very high with FXAA, SMAA, and SSAA at ×2, with respectable numbers of 96 FPS, 92 FPS, and 71. The temperatures for the GPU were at 70 degrees Celsius, and the CPU was at 65 degrees. And finally, we decided to run Dirt Rally on Ultra with MSAA at ×2, 4, and 8. We averaged 121, 118, and 108 FPS. The temperatures for the GPU with the fans at max speeds were 72 degrees Celsius, and the CPU was at 65 degrees Celsius. If you're looking to put a personal touch on your machine, be sure to check out our extensive customization options before checkout, including upgrades available to RAM, storage, cooling, overclocking, custom paint, hydro and graphic wraps, laser etching, and much, much more. If you are looking for a specific BIOS screen, go ahead and study away by pausing the video on any of the screens that you would like to see more closely here. If not, thanks for watching, and be sure to check out the product link in the description or leave any comments down below if you have any questions for us here at Exotic PC. I've been Andrew, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for future product overviews and reviews.